We're online. Yeah. Hello, my friends. I'm going to do some all over painting today. And if you want to join the conversation, you're very welcome to do that. This is a painting of my girlfriend, Amalie. You'll find a link to her YouTube channel in description, so go check that out. She's a good painter, getting better all the time, and she needed all the love and support she can get. So go do that if you can. If you like to have me as your mentor, you find a link to my PATRON in description. Also to buy me a coffee, or you can join in with a super chat here if you like. I guess you see this in hindsight. So, and there's this thank you button also on my channel. Would you like to support me? Yeah. So, with that out of the way, see if people join in. It's very bright in here, and but it's okay. I think it's bright actually. Ooh, it's almost like summer. I need some good lighting to do my painting, so that is just how it is. Yay! So I'm gonna do some all over. I started out with a palette today, and I did some work on it. I really liked it, and one of my supporters, or one of the people who like what I do, I just need to put some cobalt blue. I don't use so much cobalt, but it's more when I do landscapes. It's a very expensive color from Old Home. Of course, if you like to ask me any painting questions, you can do that, or any other questions. I'm not shy, so just ask. Yeah. So here I am. I need some red. Then I also use cadmium red and vermilion, which is my favorite, and vermilion and French ultramarine. No, yeah, French ultramarine, of course, blue, and Alsaline. I've said that a gazillion times by now. Also, I love the Prussian blue. I think Prussian blue reminds me a little bit of blueberry. If you get this on clothes or anything, you can't really get it off. It sticks like crazy. And you should never let expensive color like this become so hard, because it's a waste. Anyway. And remember the thumbs up. It's so important, also in hindsight. If you see this when I upload it, please give it a thumbs up. It is super important for the algorithm. People say age is just a number. It's not true. It is stiff muscles after exercise. Maybe I should move the camera a little bit more to here, so you can see better. I'm not going to do much detail work, and if I do, I'm going to zoom in. And if you ask me, I will zoom in. This is more for engaging with people. I think my girl is here, Amalie. So if she say hi in chat again. I'm gonna see if I can send a link to my girl in chat, and you can go there and link. No, no. I have no idea what happened now. What's that? Link there. Link to yeah. Actually, it's quite funny. Well, funny and funny. In this picture, she was like, I think she was at least 15 kilos. She lost like 15 kilos since this. And she lost kind of a little bit of her breasts. And she hates that, poor child. Poor girl. But she looks great and feel better and jumps higher and everything. So, and she's still curvy, so didn't really lose anything. She just gained. As I say two things about, big breasts on a fat girl is as fake as abs on a thin man. So there's some truth to that. I mean, if you are very thin, you have abs because there's no fat. So, and you do have some muscle unless you have lost everything in Auschwitz or something like that. But even there, you would actually see abs. Now I'm gonna darken this. You see, there's some brown there, and yeah. What I was talking, I'm gonna this guy is gonna get a. I think I'm gonna start doing that painting now because it's. I'm gonna paint one of my palettes because this guy asked if he could buy a palette from me because I have so many used palettes that I just doesn't use. And I said, no, you can have. He has been supporting me a lot anyway. So, and I said in one of my streams that he could just have one, but I haven't sent it yet because I want to paint a painting of it and talk about what colors I use and how I mix them. I just hang a palette here on some wooden plate or something with maybe a couple of things around it to make it like a still life, and then paint it on a big canvas and talk about how I actually use my colors, or what colors I use and stuff. I wonder if I maybe should take some of my old palettes and paint paintings on them and actually sell them, frame them and sell them. Maybe I'll do that. Never know. You never know. And this affect. Yeah, it could be cool. I have a very good framer, and he could actually make some really cool framing to it. So let's see what happens. Is the sound okay? Some people just tell me if the sound is okay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I guess you would have told me anyway. My coffee. As I said, remember the thumbs up if you just popped in, and feel free to ask questions or discuss politics or talk about philosophy or talk about anything actually. Anything goes. And I have as Christopher Hitchens did say, and brought back in a thick skin, and I'm not easily insulted or hurt. So, I mean, if I were like that, it would be a bad thing anyway, because I have opinions about most things. So I shouldn't be the one who screams. I'm so offended by that. To be honest, I'm not that kind of person. Yeah, maybe I should cut in here a little bit. See, what I do, I just start with a crude sketch of it, and then I just move it around. What I noticed here today when I was going to do this palette was that I actually have made her one and there, and in the photo it is actually 1 and 2. So I lose a part of the palette. She's moved a little bit this way, and that's good because she's in a golden snit or whatever you call it in English. So that's good, but the composition is a little bit out of whack. I also lose a little bit then down here because it should maybe have gone all the way. If I just do like this, it would have gone all the way down here. So I was a little bit worried about the composition because of that. That's sad because the composition in the photo is kind of perfect, but here it is almost like I have pulled it a little bit towards myself. So if I should give a good advice to myself and others who doesn't use a projector when they sketch, which I find to be cheating, is to be very careful with the sketch. As usual, I always start with a face. I place the face first, and then I just build from the face. But here, if I do a mistake, it's usually I never make it smaller. Usually, it is that I'll make it a little bit bigger, and that happens almost every time I do it. So, at least for you, the video is a little blurry. Blurry, is it? Okay. Well, doesn't look like that when I see it on. I do. Tell me if it became better. No, look at the other. See. That's weird. Yeah, it is a little bit blurry. Why is it a little bit blurry? Video to YouTube right now. Let me see. Did it change now? So funny because in the when I look at the screen here, it just looks perfect. Oh. Well, maybe I should just. Maybe it's the data is too much. Have too much on. It's been a little bit slow today, so maybe it's that. Let's see if that helps. I was uploading a video to YouTube and it's been very slow. So, tell me if it became better now because I turned off some other stuff. And because my upload to YouTube has gone very slow, maybe it is something with my internet. No. Good afternoon. Just talking about you. I'm painting a palette. And I'm going to paint that palette now, I thought. I'm telling you that for a long time. I was just talking about that. Is it blurry now? If it is, that should just because I think my connection has been bad today because it took such a long time to get my still blurry. Fuck. Ugh, typical. There is something with my connection or something. I don't see it here. Why? Maybe I should just turn off the camera and turn it back on. Just turn it off. So, did it get better? Somebody tell me if it got better. If not, there's been something with my internet connection today. It's been very slow because I'm uploading a video to YouTube and it's just extremely slow. And it wasn't such a big video, so, yeah. And if it's so blurry, people probably won't. Could you tell me, is it still blurry? It looks like slow connection. Yeah. Fuck. Why? I think I paid my bill. Maybe I haven't paid my bill. Well, if it's blurry like this, there's no point continuing this. If you can't see, there's no use. So just do another stream tomorrow with no, not tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow actually. But maybe Friday evening or something like that. Because if it's so blurry, there's not really any point doing this. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. You do that every time. I feel. Why don't you just become a patron? I mean, well, I will put you into the patron giveaway anyway because you deserve it. So, I'm going to start doing that. Also, have a backlist that goes all the way back to 2020. So I have to produce like at least 2 paintings a month to give away, and I hope to. Oh, you are on Patreon also, Jesus. Oh, damn. Well, you're gonna get your palette. I'm gonna start painting it now. I think I was standing here painting this palette, and I was thinking about it, and I I want to just put it on a wooden board and then just paint it, have it here and just paint it on a canvas, and then I will send it to you. So it's so nice of you, uh, really great. What I hope for is that something clicks on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and it starts getting more views, because I earn quite well actually. If I have 100 views, I earn almost $2. So, I mean, if I could get a few thousand views a day, it would be actually worth it. But for some reason, my channel is not getting enough traction. Maybe it is because I make my videos. Maybe it is my voice. My videos aren't kind of made for quick entertainment and stuff like that. So I guess, well, I can just keep painting for a while. If somebody want to talk, we can talk. But people, I guess people like to see what I do. It's still blurry. You can't. It's still blurry. Anyway, that's weird. It's weird. Always something, isn't it? Yeah, just gonna check if it's still blurry on my own computer over here. Yeah, blurry. Yeah. Nah. I don't see any point in doing this today. No, I don't think there is any point. People can't see what I'm doing anyway, and I see people coming in and jumping out again. So, well, I'm just gonna quit this. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. So another one on Friday, or maybe tomorrow evening or something at 12 o'clock in the evening, or 11:30 or something. Because you can't see what I'm doing, there's no point in actually watching this. I guess it's not getting no traction also. It's funny because I can't see it on my computer. It looks perfectly fine. So yeah. Maybe I should just let it roll anyway. Well, I can let it roll. There's no point in uploading it, I think. Or maybe it is. You can ask questions if somebody have a. Oh, now it is good. Is it? Okay. Why? Okay, that's good. It's a little bit better. Bit better. It's a little bit better. So just going to stand here and paint for a while. I don't know. So here we are. Yeah. See now, I use my blue black. I also started to use ivory black because ivory black and ultramarine actually makes blue black. So why not mix them all? Uh, Ivory black is more brownish, I think. So it's quite fun to paint your own palettes actually. When I'm gonna do the still life of the palette, there will be way more detailed and also kind of try to repeat the brushwork on the palette more. So also think I'm gonna actually paint small still lifes maybe on my palettes and frame them and just sell them or something. I don't know. But I kind of fall in love with my old palettes because you can when you don't throw away your palettes, you can actually see how you evolved as a painter. I remember I had one beautiful one, and there was a newspaper who was going to make a piece on things that people never threw away. And they asked me, and I said, well, I have a palette that I never throw away, and I lent it to them so they could take a photo of it. And I waited a little bit while. I was like, hey, could I have my palette back? And I couldn't find it. Somebody actually threw it away. So yeah, that was fun. Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm in Norway, Norwegian. I am Norwegian. That is, I guess that is Scandinavia. Norway. The Northwegen. The world's best country to live in. No doubt. I mean, if you fail in Norway, it is okay. Of course, you can be abused as a child and stuff like that. So there's many reasons why people fail, but you won't fail because you will starve to death in Norway. It's a very good country to live in security-wise. Almost too much because Norwegians has become very lazy and taking it for granted. You can see it on TikTok how many people who are state sponsored but sitting there complaining that they don't have enough. They have enough. You can see now, just do it like this. Okay. So if there's anyone new here, give a thumbs up. Thank you for that. Very important to give thumbs up if you are new. So please do that. I'm going to check again if the connection is good. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. Just going to join my own stream. No cheating. I think. Sorry for moving away from it, but that's how streams are, I guess. Yay! Then we are on. So where are you then? Jenny Yano. Yeah, Jenny Yano. Yeah, you're a regular. Uh, so a regular. Is there anything you would like to see me? Would you like to see me do live when I do still lives, for instance, or is there anything I could do better in the streams? So it's not much I can do with the lighting in here because I need to have good lighting to see, and it makes me look like shit. But uh, I can't paint in darkness, so yeah. Thank you for the thumbs up. It's so important for the algorithm. Also, check out my. Of course, this is my girlfriend Amalie. I'm painting for the ones who are new here, and you can link to her YouTube channel in description and also in comments. So go check out her channel. She's almost. She's. I think she's. Now 600 and something hours away from being monetized now. It's ridiculous that YouTube actually have those rules. I mean, your video should be monetized the moment you start it up, not having to wait and wait and wait. And it's so hard to get into the algorithm now. Uh, Also, I have another problem, of course, with my channel because I think I did a mistake and kind of commenting on videos in a kind of a typical harsh tone. And it can be that people have flagged my comments a few times, and then boom, you're out of our algorithm. You get shadow banned, and it seems like my channel is shadow banned because when I comment on something, I do not get much response on my comments. So I think it might be, and that can be just comments you would get comments back on. So, yeah. Romania. Hello, monsieur. Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you. Always nice. If you have something you would like to ask me, please do. That is why I'm doing these streams. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing, but you know, painting is painting. Also, I have some new videos out now, and one video is coming tomorrow, I guess, because now it's too late to post it, I think. It has been uploading for 24 hours and it was like 14 gigabytes. I have no idea how to make my video small before I upload, so it takes time, but it wouldn't have taken this much time. So there must be something wrong with my connection these days, or today. But yeah, anyway, so it's quite fun to work with because you can go back and forth and just play with colors. And basically, if you're going to paint a palette, you just have to play with the color. Just do brushwork, and you will, over time, basically repeat the same patterns that you did when you evolve a palette like this. I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and it builds up textures. Let's look at some other palette now. Now it's starting to weigh liquid colors on it. So it's starting to get. I kind of like to see them like that. That's kind of, I was wondering if I was going to kind of just sandpaper them. Maybe completely new. Okay, just beginning new studies, just trying to learn. So you don't even know what to ask when you don't even know. So you are going to try to learn to paint? Is that what you're doing? And a lot of questions. You just start with the basics. What colors do I use? What pencils do I use? What medium do I use? Well, of course, you find videos on my channel about all these things. So, what I was talking about, you paint this palette, you just have to repeat brushwork, and it becomes of itself in a way. Yeah, I remember the time when I just tried to learn to paint. Okay, well, what brushes do you use? I can ask you questions now. That's fun. It's very important to is it oil painting you're doing, or is it anything else? I would recommend going straight to oil paint, because acrylic is limited in how you can build up textures and stuff. And I will say building up more organic brushwork. When you use your brush, what I do is almost like I'm grabbing the color. I'm kind of grabbing color and grabbing color. You're kind of mixing them into the brush, and then I add it like this, and then I crisscross like this. So in a way, the paint is mixed in the brush. That's why I like these pig or boar brushes, or whatever they call them. I always forget what his name is. What is pig brushes called again? It's called bristles something. Pig bristles. Remember to give a thumbs up. It's very important. And if you have time, for people who are in here now, please go to my channel and put in a like and a comment on my new videos. I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned by YouTube because of my and yeah. We have to be so goddamn careful with what we say. Everybody is so fragile. Oh, I'm so offended. Oh, you offended my feelings. Oh, my dear, my poor fucking feelings. Oh. I'm so sick of it, Hog. Yeah, hog's hair brushes. Do you use hog's hair brushes? Yeah, yeah, I know you do it. I also like to use some of the, when I do more detail, I like these synthetic, actually. They're quite cheap, but they're quite good. And it kind of feels like, yeah, it feels good. I bought some synthetic hog brushes, and they were horrible. Oil painting. Okay, I have a couple of fibers, flats, and round and fan. Okay. I have them in sable and bristle. Okay, I would recommend you get hog bristles also for brushwork. The fan thing, throw it away. honestly, fans are, you are kind of fanning out all the brushwork and the whole thing just dies. So don't use the fans. When it comes to uh, fibers and flats and round, it depends what, of course you can use the fan if you're gonna kind of fan out some brushwork in the background somewhere in the shadow, or but even in the shadow, it's like I say, you won't get the shadow feeling. In the shadow, you have to build the same textures as you build here, and then you just push it down with glazing or with darker color. But it has to be textures in the shadow. If there isn't any textures in the shadow, it's just gonna feel like a hole. And if you use too much black, it will totally die. So be very careful with too much black. I like the only right now. Basically, there are a couple of three colors I actually like of Winsor Newton, and that is one is a little bit more lighter than this one. It's no, it's not that one. It's this one. It's Brilliant Gel Light. It's the name of it. It's just kind of a yellowish. But Winsor Newton has one who is a little bit lighter, and I haven't that on my palette now because I haven't got any more. And I like to use the Winsor Newton Rå Umber as the tone in the canvas before I start painting, because it's more greenish and not so so reddish as old Hollands are for some reason. It comes in a kit from Rosemary and Co. Okay, yeah. These brushes are from Da Vinci. I love these brushes, especially these, because they are kind of square and they are small. And I also like, of course, I have these here. It's also Da Vinci, longer. So yeah, and when you're gonna, you don't need, when you're gonna wash them after you have painted. I just use natural soap, or green soap as we call it in Norway. I don't know if they have that kind of soap other places, but I put them in with soap and or clean them with soap. Turp, if you use turp, if the paint, you have done a mistake not removing the color from the brushes and have been standing there for a night or something, it can be good to put them in some turpentine and dissolve the color before you use the soap. But usually, if a pencil like this is out in the air after I've been painting and I forget to wash it, it is dead in 2 days. If it's probably even the day after, when it starts to harden a little bit and you can't get the paint out of the brush, it's bad. And if it's a synthetic brush, it is totally ruined. You can just forget it. There's no point in using it at all. Readers Digest used to write funny little stories, no entertainment, not very interesting enough to read by candlelight. Okay. Reader's Digest, yeah, does it even exist anymore? What you should get yourself is the Druna cartoons. Yeah, that's a good read. I'm not really that much of a reader. I have some dyslexia, so if I'm gonna read a whole book, it just takes too long. So I prefer to listen to audiobooks. And it's so little time actually I have because I'm such a procrastinator and I throw away so much time every single day just trying to get into the work that if I should try to read books, would just be, I can't find time to it. I'm trying to learn the piano and I started actually again. You know that Interstellar song? It's actually very easy to do, and I've been trying to learn it on my piano. But I realized that I need to tone the camera. The piano is just totally out of tone, so I need to do that. Yes, I have turpentine on a medium. Also use Winsor Newton paint. So Winsor Newton is good. Winsor Newton is good. It is a little bit more, has a little bit more oil in it, but it's good. If you want one that is maybe in the middle, you have the Michael Harding. I have the Michael Harding in Al-Sarin here. I actually wondered if I'm going to buy a whole set of Michael Harding and Winsor Newton and Old Holm. Just go between them. I don't know, because sometimes you want more runny colors and then you can use Winsor Newton. It just depends what you, but what I like with the Old Holm is of course that it's so thick and it's clay-like, and I just like that. It just gives me heavy, it's very heavy. You can see it's heavy, and I just push on the brushwork here. So yeah, that is what I do. That is what I do, yeah. Yeah. Okay, maybe I should plan my live streams better, and maybe have, when I upload them, to have chapters in them. Like now I'm talking, but depends on what questions people ask me. So, what colors do you use? What colors do you? I have white. Then I have my favorites is, because I used to mix all the light colors from the primary colors. This is Naples Gel Extra, and this one is the yellow Brilliant Gel Extra or something. Brilliant Yellow Gel Extra. And I have this I love to use when I do Naples Gel Extra. It's very good to mix skin tones with. And I basically have ultramarine and cobalt blue and Prussian blue. And then I had the blue black, and I just started to use ivory black. I have Alsarine, vermilion, and cadmium red, cadmium orange, cadmium yellow deep, cadmium yellow, and citron yellows, which is the basically primary color. Then I have Van Dyke brown, and I have raw umber, and I have burnt umber and raw umber. I also usually have raw sienna and burnt sienna. For some reason, I never liked using ochre. I don't know why, but yeah. The paintings that represent, do they reflect the attitude of their subjects? No question. Funny actually, because I'm uploading a video where me and my girlfriend do a talk about different things people say in art, like do the do the viewer complete the artwork? Does art need to basically be skill based, or is the concept more important than the object and stuff like that? So this question can actually fit into it. The paintings that you represent, do they reflect the attitude and opinions of their subjects? And simply, no. The models I pick, I basically pick for their aesthetics. And yeah, I don't really care that much actually about. I like conversation though. I like that people have opinions, but I wouldn't paint anyone because they had an opinion about something. Well, if I could actually paint a real Nazi with a swastika banged on his body, maybe I would just for the fun of it, and have a conversation about why he came to the conclusion that was a good idea being a Nazi, stuff like that. But no, I paint the models I paint because I find them aesthetically pleasing or interesting, like they have something extra. A little extra. Yeah. Like my girlfriend, she hates posing. She doesn't even know how. When I say hold a rose, she just doesn't know. She doesn't even know what I mean. So she's she's actually difficult to work with. She also hates having a camera put on her because she's kind of shy and she stiffens up. So do I actually. I stiffen up when I try to people try to take a picture of me. And she's brilliant taking photos of herself, but that is probably because she relaxes more. But when I try to, and I tell her to hold a rose or something, she can't really act. She's too honest. She can't act. But many girls, when you just give them a rose, they just wow, and they just start posing like crazy. So yeah, painting. No, well, I have so many plans. I have a good friend who's a musician, and of course I'm gonna paint him because he looks kind of rock and roll, and he has this character. But you know, I want people to have a little bit character. So many people, or so many, especially girls, who ask me when I used to go out and stuff, oh, do you want to paint me? You want to paint me? And they didn't have it. They didn't have that special thing. And I just have to tell them, no. Well, it's like, do you have money? So, yeah. I can paint anyone if they have money, of course. What is actually horrible to paint is people who have done a plastry. That is horrible. Did anyone see? That is so sad. Did anyone see the face of Jim Carrey recently? He's taking a lot of plastic surgery, and it looks so horrible. His whole persona has changed, and he tries so hard to hide it in a way. And it's so sad to see. He had such a whole life to build that characteristic face. And if you use your face that much, you will get wrinkles. Like me, I have wrinkles under my eyes because I squint all the time, and I smiled a lot and stuff. So I have always had this wrinkle under my eyes. But I say, well, that's me, Just have to live with it. You start cutting into yourself, you're going to change your whole You know, of course, if it start to cover your eyes and stuff, you have to do something about it. But I mean, for heaven's sake, don't do plastic surgery. It's the worst thing you can do. The painting's still not okay. What did you actually mean? Yeah, Lenny, did I answer your question? If you're still here? Here? So, now I'm just trying to, then I have to tone it down, so tone it down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's so sad. Pay to see. I will pay to see Frankis sitting in a chair. Frankis? Frankis? To see Frankis sitting in. I have no idea what that means. If you just came in here, please give it a thumbs up, by the way. Yeah, it's so sad with Jim Carrey. He's been against that shit for years, and now suddenly he does it. And it's so sad because they never look the same. And it's not pretty, it's horrible. It's like that too. When girls, you know, beautiful girls do these horrible implants, it's so sad. You know, if you meet a girl who like the girl with the tattoos I painted, which is on my channel, she got herself some plastic thing now, and it just sticks right out. It looks horrible. Shouldn't say that, but I think it looks horrible. Such a pretty girl. Okay, she has fillers in her lips and everything, and of course it's very plastic, but what she did with her breasts is just so sad. She had a perky teenage breasts, and yeah, it's better that they just let if they get a child or something and they start hanging a little bit, it doesn't matter. Just don't, and that too. Please don't do that breast reduction thing. Lose the weight. You know, a lot of girls who do breast reduction, they didn't need it if they just lost the weight. I will pay to see. What does I will pay to see Frankish sitting in a chair? Frankish. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Anyway, you see now. I should start toning it down, but I need to tone this. So I just want to go over the whole thing today. And then I need to just let it dry, because in the next levels I will start glazing before the layers. So, and it's so strange with that background here. It has both yellow and blue and orange and so many colors in this, and I just need to crisscross it, just like I should basically make a sky. And also, when I go further, I need to start molding in, so I get this feeling of the wall, or the plaster wall, the concrete wall with paint on top of it. See? Yeah, there it is. Yes. Okay. I'm going. It's so weird because Jim Carrey, he basically quit Hollywood and he wanted to be a painter, and then he became this crazy uh, new age dude. And I think he just lost, like when he said, "Oh, I don't really exist." It is it probably has some borderline personality disorder. But I mean, all creative people have more than one voice in their head. And it doesn't mean that you are not you. It just mean that you have to battle more battles against your shadows. Like me, I'm kind, but also have evilness in me if it's triggered by the right things. And I could do horrible things if people acted like bullies or stuff like that. I really both wants to off them. I should use the word off, what will be demonetized, off them and eat them. So, and other things too, you know. Sometimes I feel my whole personality is just split like Dexter, basically. And have to battle to be good all the time. It's crazy. It's quite exhausting, actually. So, but it doesn't mean that you do not exist. Did you start with? No, I did not start with an underpainting. I just and you can see that in on my videos on YouTube that I always just start with light areas and just build out. And I start. I try to reach the colors immediately. I see no reason to do an underpainting. I paint in many layers anyway. So my gazelle or whatever they call it, that is basically, I do it, uh, I try to reach what I see from the start. But you have to go that process. I big, build thick colors in the high area so it just becomes from the start. And keep building. I see absolutely no reason to U-turn a long road around doing this grayish tone thing. It's totally meaningless, I think. So yeah. So no, I don't do any underpainting. Just gonna send my live stream to some people on YouTube. My Instagram, I guess my girlfriend has gone to sleep by now. I don't even understand why people do this on the painting stuff. Why? Why? Mhm. Yeah. So maybe some people join me. Join me. Sharon? Yeah, maybe. Oh, there he is. So that was a good idea, actually. Why didn't I do that before? Getting more people into my stream by bombarding people is my shit. Uh-huh. Yes. I guess. Okay. Any more questions from anyone? Okay, yeah, there's one. So, that's very interesting. I didn't know that was even possible. I try. Well, just see my time lapses. If you see my time lapses on YouTube or on my channel, you can see it there in live. You see it how it grows. I just start. When I start, I have the photo. Usually, and I look at it or look at it there, and I just first brush. The first thing I do is to count, try to get it right, which I never do. But you can see here, it's like 1, 2, and 3. Now this was a little bit wrong, but here it's 1, 2, and 3. So I missed out here. Actually, I missed it maybe a little bit. Made it a little bit bigger, but that can also happen as I do grow. But as it grows. But what I do, the first brushwork I do, I just look at it and I set the light first. Then I just mold it with light like this. I just place it, I look, and I do just that over and over and over. Then I start to because I used a toned canvas with raw umber, so I just start to line up the background. So I use the background to shape the hair or the shape, and then I just keep building. So I see absolutely no reason for underpaint. If you want to be very controlled and be extremely perfect, might be a good idea, but I see no reason to it. I like the artist, as I say in every stream, Philip Weber artist. He is a super duper, a Superman, I would say, photorealist. And for him, it is really important to control it all the way from the start. Because if you're going to have a super realistic painting like his, you also don't want any thick colors. You can't build like Rembrandt did in the late years of his life when he went crazy with the brushwork and stuff. The goal is different. If you're going to do photorealism, you have to be more careful. But you have to keep it down. You can't build that much texture. The way I paint, I can just go in a little bit rougher and add more, because it's not going to be, I'm not going to paint every pore in her face. I'm just going to build what I see. But I do like to get close to what I see. So I will try to get close to it, but I also want, I want this, I want the 3D part. I want it to be not just a picture, which is inside. I want all the shape to come out of the painting, like a sculpture or like a relief. That is what I am looking for. I will work very hard to try to combine those two things. But for now, it's what I'm after is more the Rembrandt, late Rembrandt type of painting with some Vermeer, I guess, or something. Madame Celeste. What is Madame Celeste? Madame Celeste. You want to Google that? Madame Celeste. I'm gonna Google it. Madame Celeste. Celeste. Okay, Madame Celeste. So was a French dancer, actress who enjoyed great success. Oh, why did this pop off? No. Yahoo is really bad. Why didn't the Madame Celeste build up? Madame Celeste. I got out of a lot of stuff here. No, it's such a crappy Madame Celeste. Madame Select. Celeste! Why does it change what I'm searching for? The hell is that? Copy. So stupid. Oh, I didn't. Celeste. Yeah, I pronounced it wrongly. You know, the same thing in Norway. Ah, there she is. Oh, it's very old. Madame Celeste. Ah, yeah. So, why did you say Madame Celeste? Why did you say Madame Celeste? Madame. See now. Okay. Do some more. To tone it down up there. So when I go over this now and I start toning it more down, right here, as I start molding it and toning and toning and toning, this part becomes, the more I tone, the more I kind of tweak it, the more intense the light will become, the more 3D she becomes. So that is why you have to, if you want to create 3D paintings, you have to go over them again and again and again, basically build them physically. So okay, so let's Amalie. Oh, it was. Okay, so what's the connection? What do you? Why? What does it have to? If you're new here, give it a thumbs up, please. Helps the algorithm. Need to say that sometimes in this. And if somebody want to throw me a super chat, money. No, it's okay. The best thing you can do for my channel, if you want my channel to succeed, is to go to my channel and comment and give thumbs up on my videos if you haven't already done it. It's so important. So for the algorithm, it's just crazy. It's actually more important than subscribers. And I did a big, that cost me so much. I did some ads. I think I had like almost 4,000 subscribers, and I think, oh shit, I want to have it. So I just went on and I did some ads, and I got a lot of subscribers. Now it was like 36, it was up to 37,000. And it's real subscribers, but it's not the subscribers you want, because it's just people adding channels and never go back to them probably. So what happened was, when I stopped the ads, and people started to leave again. And of course I have painted Muhammad, it's on my channel. So if a Muslim sees that, they probably get very angry. and they leave. And I started losing a lot of subscribers every single day. And of course, when you start, it starts to affect the algorithm. So first I used some money. I think I used like at least $1,000 on ads, and it basically killed my channel. So now I have real problems getting traction on my videos, worse than before, despite having way more subscribers. And I made a small video about that on my channel. It's so crazy that you think you're gonna get more views, you think you're gonna get more traction, but using ads, it's gonna kill your channel. It's crazy. So if you have a YouTube channel, whatever you do, try to grow natural by posting your videos on Instagram and all other places, and just let it grow natural, because then you get the subscribers you want. Like some people who have been here today, or people who comes back and say hi when I stream. And that is the kind of subscribers you like, people who actually like your stuff, who actually think it's worth at least giving it a comment and thumbs up, and maybe ask a question. I don't believe that people will sit there binge watching my 12-hour how to paint a brick thing. But one can also, since I'm using chapters, you can go in there and you can pick out things if you wonder what kind of colors I use, or you wonder. Also, there's a lot of I have a lot of playlists. I have one for shorter painting instructions, where I kind of explain how I tone the canvas. Maybe I should actually start every single video with doing the whole process with a gesso and everything, so people get, and explain in every video which colors I use. Kind of a whole course, a full course. Every video is a full course. That might help my channel actually. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Because it has started to slow down the loss of subscribers now, but it's still not going in plus. So if you are new here, please subscribe to my channel. And if you can do me fantastic thing is to go in and leave a short comment on my newest videos and a thumbs up. It would be so helpful. Sometimes it's quite frustrating to use so much time on making videos and you basically get no traction. But who succeeds? It's the one who never gives up. So let's see if I succeed or if I die before I succeed. Now, also you have to think about succeeding. I think you have to think about succeeding in a different way. Succeeding is succeeding in what you want to create or want to see made. So you have to look at success in the light of if you yourself reach your goals, not if you get a lot of traction or people like your stuff or stuff like that. It's just, I think that is a very fragile way to get some reason to live or whatever. If you it's like influencers, oh, I did only get so many likes on this, and I'm not worth anything anymore, and blah blah blah. You know how people are. It's crazy. So just adding in some textures in now. It's starting to come alive a little bit. This painting now. How long have I been yapping around now? Oh, 1.5 hours. I will do another 10 minutes. 10 minutes more, 1.5 hours should do. Maybe I do more. If people start asking questions, popping in now, I will do more, but I will. I'm really hungry also. I've been fasting all day. I'm trying to lose my excess weight. I hate being fat. My face just swells up and yeah, it's horrible. So I'm vain. I'm very vain. I'm very glad I'm vain. I had a very good friend. He was really beautiful, tall, totally black hair, curls, and I don't know where he was measuring from, but he told me his penis was like 24 centimeters. He was the kind of guy that, and he was nice. He was a good guy. Funny, intelligent, but he didn't take care of his body because he was complacent. So he died of a heart attack when he was 41 years old in 2011. And yeah, why the hell did I start talking about that? Some digression here. Well, yeah, some digression. I forgot what I was talking about. Also, short buzz, spending money, especially when you spend money you don't really have, just to have an image. And I did that actually for a while. I did earn very good. I did that, but I used more than I earned, and I think I'm still paying it back. And it's a prison spending. It's a prison. When did I start talking about Runa? His name was Runa. Guess it's 24 centimeters anyway, so a bit of an overkill. But it also you measure from. So, and that is funny with men. Men are usually quite occupied with their D's, and for every 8 kilos you gain, you will lose about an inch of the length of your D, and you also lose testosterone, which makes it even worse because of the fat pad around the D is pushed out, and they lose. That's why you see very obese people. You almost can't see their thing anymore. So and that's funny. Runa, that friend of mine who died, he became really fat. You know, he was slim and tall and everything. He was complacent. He got things too easy. I remember he just needed to go into a party and girls just dropped on him in a way. It's too easy. I had a share too, so I look quite good, but I'm not tall. I'm like, I used to be like 172 or 171, and now I am like I think I'm like 169 or something like that, because some of my back has kind of shrink a little bit, and then my hips and everything, so yeah. Anyway, that was a babble. I can talk about everything I want in my stream. Now, if somebody have a question about painting or anything else, now you're free to ask, because I think I'm gonna close down the stream now. I guess the stream is probably not many views because it was blurry in the beginning. But yeah, maybe I should just do well, maybe it actually isn't blurry when I upload it. Who knows? Okay. I love this. It's like dancing. That is exactly what I'm doing. When I quit this, I'm gonna have a little bit of food. And then I'm gonna put on some great music. I'm gonna dance around with this painting for a few more hours. And then I can let it dry. So what do you think? Is it better? Is it better? Is it better? Of course, if I had the right size as the photo is, it would be, the face would have been like this and the head like this. And that is quite small actually. So a portrait, I think it's very nice to paint very small, but I also think it's, well, if it's very small, it's quite interesting. But because that between, it's like, So, yeah, I should also do the leaves, but I want to do that later. Maybe next time, because then I will start, when I do leaves and the flower, I will start painting here again, and I will glaze over and scrape it down with my glazing. You find all these things on my channel about glazing and stuff, so yeah. Anyway, now it's 2 minutes left of the stream, so if you have any question or you want to throw me a super chat, or you can do that now, because me standing here talking for 1.5 hours is actually even exhausting for me. So. Okay. So, it's too much shine in this studio. So much shine in it. Now it's like 1 minute to go. So, yeah, I'm going to show you what I've been doing. That's okay. It's okay. Okay. We have some. Is there any more coffee left? No. No coffee. No more coffee. Okay. Number 7. Now you have. Now, okay. Thank you for being here on my stream, and I hope you can give it a thumbs up later. Let me see now. And you can just go closer, and you can see. Oh, it's almost out of battery now. So see what I've been doing. See here. Maybe a little bit more like this. It's quite fresh now. See, I'm starting to build textures and brushwork. Just crisscrossing. You see how thick I have been doing here? And just build it like a sculpture. And it's very crude. It's just a gazelle, gazelle or whatever they call it. Here's thick with colors. So then I start to mold it and mold and mold and mold. Yay! So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next stream. Next time I will do another big portrait that I should have finished a long time ago. So here I am, and I will say farewell to you all, and thank you for watching. And I say bye-bye.